Between the well-known novels Tortilla Flat and Of Mice and Men, esteemed American author and Pulitzer Prize recipient John Steinbeck introduced in Dubious Battle in 1936. The central character is an advocate for an unnamed political entity referred to as the Party, which appears to symbolize either the American Communist Party or the industrial workers of the world. This activist endeavors to orchestrate an extensive strike among fruit harvesters, aiming to amplify both the reach and awareness of his cause. Set within California, In Dubious Battle delves into themes of capitalist exploitation and the struggles faced by migrant laborers. In doing so, it presages one of Steinbeck's most renowned works, 1939's The Grapes of Wrath. Nevertheless, In Dubious Battle maintains its emphasis on political dynamics, in contrast to the later book's emphasis on familial matters. The narrative unfolds in the fictional locale of Torgas Valley, California. Mac McCloud, a labor organizer, partners with Jim Nolan, a young man who becomes his protege. Together, they work to devise a strategy for orchestrating a labor strike against the proprietors of apple orchards. Steinbeck's novel is often associated with an actual labor uprising against peach orchard owners in Tulare County, California, which is speculated to have influenced the storyline. Critics frequently accused Steinbeck of being aligned with communism, citing not only the events depicted throughout In Dubious Battle, but also his recurring thematic exploration of collective behavior, social inequity, and the potential of individuals to unite against oppressive systems. The narrative commences by highlighting a labor dispute involving migrant workers engaged in apple picking and an association representing local growers. Jim Nolan, relatively new to these dynamics, takes center stage in the story. As Jim's involvement deepens within the labor movement, his perspective matures, and he gains insights into the intricacies of grassroots organization and the far-reaching consequences of workers' collective actions against management. Upon Jim's admission into the Party, Mac McCloud, a seasoned field worker, takes him under his wing, serving as a mentor and introducing him to party methodologies. A wage dispute engulfs the apple orchard owners of Torgas Valley, setting the stage for conflict. Mac is dispatched to the site and chooses to bring Jim along, a strategic move to acquaint him with on-the-ground fieldwork. Mac underscores the importance of vigilance and leveraging the situation to sway workers towards supporting their cause and agreeing to organize. Mac's adeptness in identifying opportune moments to incite action is matched by his willingness to manipulate circumstances to align with his objectives. In the narrative, London leads one of the groups of men collaborating with Mac and Jim. Discovering London's daughter-in-law is soon to give birth within the makeshift camp where the laborers reside, Mac exploits this situation to foster a connection with London. This newfound relationship serves as a conduit for Mac to rally workers on 3 sites into staging strikes against the growers. Mac also secures private plots of land for the workers to establish their encampments, while enlisting the aid of a party-affiliated doctor to ensure sanitary conditions are maintained. Jim's eagerness to actively participate in the strike is palpable, yet Mac utilizes him cautiously. Generally, Jim's role involves immersing himself among the workers to gauge their responses. He joins picketing activities alongside fellow workers and sustains an injury. Following this incident, Mac exercises even greater restraint in involving Jim in the proceedings. In the midst of these events, Jim intently observes Mac's tactics, particularly his adeptness at influencing the men. Jim discovers that his own perspective has evolved much like Mac's, centering on the party's objectives over individual needs. As the narrative progresses, the strike takes a dire turn when the landowner who had permitted the workers to establish their camp becomes the target of a vigilante act. This act prompts him to revoke his offer, leaving the strikers without a refuge. In the aftermath, they confront the decision of persevering in the fight until it becomes untenable or departing without further turmoil. Mac and Jim are drawn into a trap at the orchard, where Mac belatedly realizes the impending ambush. Tragically, Jim falls victim to the situation and is fatally wounded. Mac steels himself to remain composed, retrieving Jim's body and conveying it back to the camp. He positions the body on a platform, a stark visual for the strikers, aimed at both rallying their unity and motivating them to persevere. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.